So hi guys, I'm sure everybody must be here now. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible. At 5
Okay,
p.m., host will start with intro.
okay, sure. Please play the slides.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, can we start?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So, let's begin our session with a wonderful quote. Multi-level marketing gives you the opportunity to face your fears, deal with them, overcome them, and bring out the winner that you have inside you. So, for starting a new chapter of learning, I, Divya Jain, being your host for today's event, wants to extend a warm greetings and good evening to all of you present here. I hope you all are doing amazing. On behalf of the Whole Sense family, I welcome you all for today's international webinar on the future of multi-level marketing business in India. And to add our guest of honor and today's speaker, Riddhi Gopal sir. It is a great honor to have you with us. We are grateful for your presence. So before I
Thanks
proceed,
a lot.
let me take a moment for the introduction of my organization. SAMS Welfare Foundation is a non-profit entity established to work in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, entrepreneurship, livelihood generation, and employability, health, research, culture, international cooperation, sports, environmental protection, or many other similar sectors. We promote healthy lives, a balanced and active community, and a strong businesses. Now, let me tell you about today's speaker. He has around 20 years of working experience in the line of customer service, quality management, medical investigations, IT operation, and trainings. His aim to reach out to a maximum number of people and show them the right way to lead your life and allow them to think and express themselves in the positive way. He is also a trainer for soft skill, communications, and personality development. So, before starting with today's event, there are some ground rules which the participants need to obey and follow them. Firstly, feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. We will answer every questions in the end, and every participant is requested to keep their mic mute. Now, over to you, sir. You may start the session.
So good evening, all of you. It's a I really appreciate all of you and sparing your precious time here for this wonderful session. And I really thank Sakshi ma'am and Divya ma'am for providing me a platform to tell you about this particular session of multi-level marketing business. So it will be a wonderful opportunity, not only for me, but for all of us to understand what exactly multi-level marketing business is and how it can be a very useful source of income for all of us. So in the beginning, it's very important to understand what exactly multi-level marketing business is. So let me just start with the basic. So the multi-level marketing business is also known as network marketing. So we can term it as network marketing. So it's also a popular business model in India that relies on independent distributors to promote and sell their products directly to consumers. So why are we here? Why are we here to understand all these things? Is because today, in today's world, what we are doing is we are just going and spending our time working and doing jobs, but we do not understand that job is giving us just a minimum income, a limited income. Sorry. So we need to understand that we need to create a future wealth not only for us but for our future generations. So I completely believe that multi-level marketing companies, they provide good products, good quality products, and the need of the hour is to have good products within yourself, and also to understand how we can improve our health, because most of these companies are providing products that are for people who are requiring their to maintain their health. So healthy living is one area where you can exactly understand how you can create great wealth. So like the MLM industry in India has been growing rapidly in recent years. We all know that. But what is more interesting is that most of the people are not conscious about their health. If you see in uh, today's scenario, every fourth or fifth person is suffering from any some sort of a disease, like it can be diabetes or cancer or blood pressure. So why do we require all these things? Why do we require all the products? Because these products will be helpful in providing our or maintaining our health. So multi-level marketing companies are providing such platforms where a person can not only focus on their health but also focus on earning extra income without disturbing their job. That is that is the main thing. So we'll just go through the slides, ma'am. Please forward the next slide. So it says it's a sales strategy in which Salesforce is financially incentivized to recruit and sell inventory to additional sales people, and which can sometimes be considered as an illegal pyramid scheme. So people are thinking that multi-level marketing business is completely a different business. It's a kind of a pyramid scheme. In pyramid scheme, what happens is that people join and they and the companies, they take money from people and then they do not come back. So that is called an illegal pyramid scheme, which is not allowed in India as per the guidelines, of direct selling guidelines. So most of the companies are following the procedure that is not supposed to be followed. But there are companies that are well established, more than 25 to 27 years they have spent in India. They are doing great job, and they are providing wonderful products to people. So let's go to the next slide, ma'am. Next slide. So this is just an overview as to how the multi-level marketing business is growing in India. So it's a rapidly growing sector that employs a large number of people in the and generates significant revenue. So it's also known as a direct selling. It's a business model that is very popular in India. So companies like Amway, Forever Living, and Oriflame, all these companies, they are very popular companies, and they are providing great revenue for our country. And if you see the direct selling industry in India has a market size of approximately US dollars 22.5 billion in 2019, and now it's expected to grow to around 8.96 billion by 2025. So you can see the amount of growth in this industry. So the growth of MLM industry in India is driven by several factors, including large and growing middle class, increasing demand for health and wellness, and rising adoption of digital technologies. So industry has also benefited from the government's push for entrepreneurship and self-employment, which encouraged more people to join MLM companies as distributors. So what's happening is we also need to understand that the scenario in our country is very scary. If you see, the people are losing their jobs. So, and the job scenario is like that you can earn a limited income. So what people are doing is they are trying to earn extra income without disturbing their present, whatever they are doing. So what is required is to facilitate them with such organizations so that they can be self-employed and they can earn extra income. So the government is pushing for more of entrepreneurship and self-employment. But in India, the MLM industry is facing great challenges, including negative public perception due to past fraudulent activities associated with these organizations. So we need to understand that there have been cases in the past that people are using fraudulent activities. People are doing fraudulent activities with and they are associated with negative regulatory challenges. So what we have to understand is we have to make sure that people are doing the right thing at the right place, and the industry, whatever the industry is providing them, whatever the company is providing them, they need to follow particular guidelines. There has to be a system that has to be followed. The system is in place. The government has specifically provided guidelines of how these multi-level marketing companies can operate in India. So the direct selling companies do follow these guidelines, but some of them they do not. So to overcome these challenges, multi-level companies in India focus on building trust with customers. So unless and until there is trust factor, the trust is not there within the customers and distributors, the company cannot grow. Ma'am, next slide, please. So here are some of the challenges that the multi-level marketing industry in India is facing. So let's talk about pyramid schemes. Pyramid schemes which are illegal and they're often disguised as MLM companies. Such schemes are they promise quick and easy money, but ideally they do not follow the right procedures of how to operate in the country. They rely mostly on recruitment of new members to generate income. So they recruit the members, but and they take money from the people, but then they do not talk about the products. They don't talk about any product selling. They don't talk about any product promotion. So that's how the pyramid scheme works, which is illegal in India. So that's the biggest challenge, because then in that case, what happens is if you follow pyramid schemes, the image of the multi-level marketing industry is really becomes bad. So let's talk about there's also lack of clarity in regulations. So it says the MLM industry in India is regulated by the direct selling guidelines in 2016, which provide guidelines for direct selling companies. However, the guidelines are not very clear on several aspects of the industry, such as the definition of direct selling. So most of the companies, they are not even aware of what direct selling is. They don't even know what exactly direct selling is, how we can do direct selling, and what is the purpose. So the distinction between direct selling and pyramid schemes and the role of state governments in regulating the industry, that is also important. So that for that the lack of clarity is there. And next slide, please. And then there are also false claims and deceptive marketing. Some companies in India have found to make false claims about their products. So some of them, they talk about products, but they give so much of hype to their products, which the products do not meet the particular requirements. So what happens is because of false claims, there's negative marketing again. So that's one area which is there's a challenge that this multi-level marketing industry is facing. Then there's lack of trust within the customers, consumers. So that is also one thing. The lack of trust is there because the negative marketing is there. Negative publicity is there for the multi-level marketing industry. And why the multi-level marketing industry is facing these challenges is because India has a great population, 1.3 billion population, and there are all kinds of people in India. There are people who are spreading negative publicity about these companies, that they are making, it's a chain system, or it's a member making industry. People, they make members and then they coordinate and then they take money from people. They don't, and then they do not, and then they are, all the fraudulent activities take place. So that's the kind of image that has been created. Then there are legal challenges. So some multi-level marketing companies in India have faced legal challenges from the government and consumer groups for engaging in unethical practices. So there have been unethical practices that have been that the people are doing for these companies. So such companies can face fines and legal action and damage their reputation. So that's the biggest challenge that the industry is facing. So next slide, ma'am, please. So now we'll see the growth potential of MLM industry in India. So this multi-level marketing industry in India has significant growth potential due to several factors. So we can see, like I spoke before about the population of our country, it's around 1.3 billion, which represents huge potential market for these companies. So like I also mentioned that it's a network marketing, it's also called network marketing industry. So the entire game is all about network. If there is a huge network of people, the companies are they can easily reach out to a larger mass. So with rising incomes and changing lifestyles, more and more people are looking for opportunities to earn extra income. Like I mentioned before also that, people are losing jobs and they want to do something extra without disturbing their current profession. So that's why there is a large market for these people, and they can definitely join these organizations and make multi-level marketing as an attractive option. We'll talk about increasing awareness. With the increasing popularity of e-commerce and social media, more people are becoming aware of multi-level marketing and the opportunities it offers. So with the increasing popularity of these organizations, these companies, what's happening is there's a driving demand for MLM products and services and attracting new distributors to the industry. So more and more people are getting attracted towards this industry for the simple reason is it's providing extra income for them apart from their job. It's providing extra income, plus they are able to also attain their good health, because most of these companies are focused on providing good health to people. Now we'll also talk about regulatory support. The Indian government has recognized the multi-level marketing industry as a legitimate business model and has established guidelines to regulate it. So the companies are very much, as far as the Indian market is concerned, these companies have a great future in this country, and Indian government has been very supportive, and it also has mentioned that it's a legitimate business model, but there are guidelines to regulate it in the sense that there are guidelines on how to do business. There's a system that is in place. So if there's system for anything, in anything you follow a particular system, the results will definitely come. So next slide, ma'am, please. Product diversification. So we talk about product diversification. The multi-level marketing companies in India are diversifying their product portfolios to cater to a wide range of consumer needs. So we are talking about consumer needs here. What the consumer wants. The consumer is wanting good health and beauty and personal care. And now they have come up with home appliances as well and other categories. So product diversification is very, very important. And these companies are making sure that their products are diversified and they have a wide range of products. If you talk about online selling, these companies are increasingly using digital platforms to sell their products and recruit new distributors. So platforms like Facebook, Instagram, all these platforms are being used by these companies to recruit new people on and make new distributors for their companies. And next slide, please. Now it says the factors contributing to the growth, such as increasing consumer demand and changing business environment. The growth of multi-level marketing industry in India is influenced by several factors, including increasing consumer demand, changing business environment, and favorable government regulations. Now we can see here that the rising consumer demand is the demand for multi-level marketing products and services is increasing in India due to rising incomes, changing lifestyle, and growing awareness of health and wellness. So everybody wants good health. Everybody is, going for good health. They are looking forward to maintain their health and they are looking forward to change their lifestyle. So if something extra comes, if something, whatever you're doing is absolutely fine, you're doing a great job. You all guys are sitting here doing great job, but what you need more is you need a great lifestyle. See, leading a good life and a great life is different. Everybody is leading a good life. I mean, everybody is doing good in their life. Whatever you're doing is absolutely fine. But if you want to lead a great life, you have to do something extra without even disturbing what you're doing right now. So that is important. So these companies are providing that platform where a person can earn something extra without disturbing their job, and also can earn and also can have good health and wellness. And also you can improve your lifestyle with that. Changing business environment. The business environment in India is changing rapidly with the growth of e-commerce and increasing use of digital platforms. So like I mentioned before, these companies are using digital platforms for recruiting new people, and that's how it's changing very rapidly, because it's all about network. India is a huge population. It's 1.3 billion. And the more and more people are joining in these companies, the more revenue it is providing to the country. Ma'am, next slide, please. Favorable government regulations. The Indian government has recognized the multi-level marketing industry as a legitimate business model that I mentioned before, and established guidelines to regulate it. So these guidelines are specific to the industry, and these companies needs to follow these guidelines in order to thrive in this world, in the world of direct selling. Innovative business models. So the multi-level marketing companies in India are adopting innovative business models to attract and retain distributors, such as offering flexible working schedules, training programs, and incentives. So what these companies are doing is they are providing great platforms for these distributors. They're giving them the time flexibility. Like if you can spend 2 or 3 hours in a day, every day you can spend extra 2 or 3 hours and you can earn extra income. So that is something that these companies are providing. Plus they're also providing training programs of how you can go ahead and market these products and promote the products. Increasing entrepreneurship. The multi-level marketing companies are providing opportunities for individuals to start their own business with minimal investment. So some companies are using they are making the people invest money, and some of them are just they actually investment is about their regarding their health and regarding promotion of the products. So most of the companies are providing these products at a very high quality, because these products are passed through very high quality stringent tests. But this is promoting entrepreneurship and enabling people to earn income through direct selling, which is contributing to the growth of the industry. Plus, also it's contributing towards the growth of the economy. And that's why in today's world, if you see, India is growing. India is the fifth largest economy in the world. So multi-level marketing companies are also a very playing a significant role in increasing the economy of the country. And next slide, please. When we talk about technology and innovation, how technology and innovation are driving growth of multi-level marketing in India. So like I spoke before, the technology regarding digital marketing, there are increasingly using digital marketing techniques to reach a wider audience and attract new customers. Social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are being used to promote products and services, recruit new distributors, and build brand awareness. So because of these all these factors, there's a great brand awareness within these companies, and people are now understanding the need for a brand, and their products and services are being used by these distributors. Online selling, MLM companies are leveraging e-commerce platforms to sell their products and services online. This has enabled them to expand their reach beyond traditional retail channels and reach a wider customer base. So what we are talking here about is online selling. So there are a couple of applications which we are using. On these applications, we can even do selling within the by sitting at your home. You can sell products, you can buy products. So the innovation of technology, because of this innovation of technology, all these things have happened. We talk about mobile applications. These companies are developing mobile applications to help distribution manage their businesses more efficiently. So the business are being managed very efficiently by using these applications. Ma'am, next slide, please. AI and machine learning. Some multi-level companies are using artificial intelligence and machine learning to improve their product recommendations, automate customer service, and identify new growth opportunities. So these multi-level companies are also using artificial intelligence and machine tools. So artificial intelligence has come up recently with a great opportunity. And you talk about virtual events. With the pandemic limiting in-person events, multi-level marketing companies have started growing organizing virtual events such as product launches, training sessions. So you must have seen, like, when there was this pandemic time. In this pandemic time, we were all working on Zoom, and most of the people are working from home. So when we realized that while we are working from home, we could also spare some time, by organizing these training sessions for these companies and organizing training sessions to understand what exactly how the company functions, how we can work together as a group, as a team. So these are the main events that took place at that time. Now we talk about innovative products. Multi-level companies are continuously innovating and developing new products and services to meet the changing needs and preferences of consumers. So these companies are also continuously innovating and developing new products. They are bringing in new wide range of products so that the consumers can use them, and they can also benefit by providing them area of for their personal growth, and also increase their income. Overall, the technology and innovation are driving growth of multi-level marketing in India by enabling companies to reach a wider audience that we have already discussed before. So, ma'am, can we go ahead to the next slide? So here we'll talk about digital marketing. E-commerce platforms and social media have had a significant impact on multi-level marketing industry. So here are some of the key ways through which technology is shaping the multi-level marketing landscapes. We'll talk about digital marketing. We have already spoken about digital marketing, how it is helping, how it has reached a wider audience and by promoting their products and building their brand. E-commerce platforms like Flipkart, Amazon, Paytm, Mall have provided multi-level companies with new channels to sell products and services. So these companies are also providing these companies like Amazon, Flipkart, and Paytm, and couple of other organizations. They have given the platform for multi-level companies to sell their products online, and because of these e-commerce platforms, there's a huge impact for these organizations. Like social media, we'll talk about social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram has been spoken before, and these the social media allows multi-level companies to connect with customers and distributors in a more personalized way and build a sense of community. Ma'am, next slide, please. Increased reach. So we'll talk about, like I mentioned before, also digital marketing, e-commerce platforms, social media have increased the reach of multi-level marketing companies beyond traditional boundaries. So it's not only in India. So why it says increased reach is because it has not only developed in India, but we can even do business abroad. So we can also reach people abroad through these digital platforms. Improved efficiency. Technology has improved the efficiency of multi-level companies. Digital marketing techniques and e-commerce platforms have automated many processes, reducing the time and effort required to market and sell products. So because of the efficiency level has increased because of the technology and because of digital marketing platforms, they have been able to sell their products on these platforms, and social media has enabled these companies to communicate with customers and distributors in real time. So that is one very that is a great benefit for these organizations. Ma'am, next slide, please. So we won't talk much about the regulations, government regulations. What we need to understand, just basic thing, is that the Indian government plays a crucial role in regulating these multi-level marketing industry in the country. The government has put in place various regulations and guidelines to protect consumers from fraudulent MLM schemes, ensure fair business practices. So what is the main criteria we need to understand is that the government has actually played a crucial role in providing the system. They have made a system in place for these organizations and they have also provided guidelines as to how each and every company needs to function in our country, and it also provides customers. It's also, the government is also providing benefit for customers, protecting our customers from fraudulent activities from these companies. So government is providing the regulations to understand whether these companies are actually using fair practices to do business in India. Like direct selling guidelines is in the Indian government has issued direct selling guidelines in 2016 to regulate the direct selling industry, which includes the multi-level marketing companies. So all these guidelines are mentioned by the government so that these companies do fair practices to do business. So and also we'll talk about the Consumer Protection Act. The Consumer Protection Act 2019 provides protection to consumers from unfair trade practices and misleading advertisements. So there are a lot of misleading advertisements. People fall into trap of fraudulent activities. So what is happening is people are just understanding the company as it is. But the company needs to do fair practices so that the consumer does not fall into that trap. Ma'am, next slide, please. Here it's mentioned that Companies Act of 2013 has provisions related to registration and management of companies, including multi-level companies. Multi-level marketing companies are required to comply with provisions related to corporate, government, and financial reporting and auditing. So there's it's a very interesting thing that has been mentioned here, auditing. So there is an audit that has taken place, and these audits are being conducted every week. So every week there's an audit for these companies to understand whether these companies are using fair practices to do business in India, and otherwise also it's also important to understand whether these companies are not doing any fraudulent activity. Correct. So that's important. Rest we will not talk much about this government's role. We'll go to the next slide, ma'am, please. Key regulations, ma'am. Let's go to the next slide. Future prospects. So we'll talk about the future prospects of multi-level marketing industry in India. So this industry has significant growth potential in coming years. Several factors contribute to positive outlook for multi-level marketing in India. So firstly, we'll talk about like I spoke before also, that the population is expected to reach 1.5 billion by 2030. So because of our population, there's a huge market in India. India is a huge market. It creates a huge opportunity for these companies to sell their products and services to a growing customer base. Because the customer base is growing very in a very large manner. So that's the reason our country is doing well in economy, because there's a large customer base, and these companies are reaching out to the customers. They are able to reach to the customers. Secondly, we'll talk about increasing internet penetration and rapid adoption of digital technologies in India have made it easier for multi-level marketing companies to reach out to new customers and distributors through online channels. So because this is the generation of internet, and this internet penetration has really made possible for these companies to reach out to a large customer base. Thirdly, the changing customer behavior and preference in India have led to a greater demand for high quality and exclusive products, which MLM companies are well positioned to provide. So like I mentioned before, the multi-level marketing companies are providing high quality products, and because of that, the consumer behavior is changing, because every consumer is looking forward for expecting to concentrate and focus on their good health, and also regarding their products, the wide range of products that these companies are providing. So the MLM industry in India is also facing several challenges, like we have already mentioned before. So overall, if you see, the future is really promising as long as these companies focus on delivering high quality products and services. So the future is absolutely promising for these organizations. So let's go ahead, ma'am. Next slide, please. There's a huge market potential with a population of 1.3 billion people. India presents a vast growing market for consumer goods and services. We've talked about that. Increasing demand of digital technologies, that also we've talked about, and rising demand for health and wellness products. This is the greatest point that we are trying to understand here, is that there's a rising demand for health and wellness products. Why is that? Because most of the people are facing health challenges in India. Like I mentioned before, every fourth or fifth person in India is either suffering from diabetes or has some or the other health problem. Either he has blood pressure problem or something or the other that is happening. So that is the reason why there's a rising demand for health and wellness products. So most of the companies are providing these products so that we can improve on our health and also in our personality. Growing middle class. With a rapidly growing middle class, there's an increasing demand for quality products and services, which multi-level marketing companies can offer. So like I mentioned before, that multi-level marketing companies provides good quality products, and that's the reason there's an increasing demand for these products. And next slide, please. So we have talked about these are some of the examples. Amway and couple of other organizations are there. Forever Living is there. Then we have Herbalife. All these are big companies. These are one of the great organizations which are providing a great platform for people. Vestige. So I have one of my colleagues and one of my great mentors who will be joining in this particular session. So just give me one moment. I'll just make sure he's joining here. He'll provide some input regarding these companies and also regarding his own experience with multi-level marketing industry. So Mr. Yadav is there. So
yes, I'm
he'll take over.
here.
So Yadavji, please take over and just I want to share your experience with people. That would be really great.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm JP Yadav. Basically, I'm associated with one of the largest multi-level marketing company, that is Amway, sir has mentioned. So I will give a few points why I opted multi-level marketing and why Amway as a business. Because Riddhi Gopal sir has covered up all the industry level talks about what multi-level marketing is going to be in India, what is the future of multi-level marketing in India, and what are the prospects, future prospects. Government of India is very much promoting this multi-level marketing as the one of the biggest driving force. Because now, if you look at the government jobs or job environment, job is not healthy in private sector as well as in government sector also. So multi-level marketing provides one of the best platform so that you can start your own business without any investment. So what are the features of multi-level marketing? Sir has covered, but I will just touch a few points. First of all, multi-level marketing gives you flexibility of time. Whatever available time you have, whether it is a day, morning, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever available time, you can do this without disturbing your present source of income or without disturbing your present profession. So this is a flexibility of time. Then the second good thing is multi-level marketing starts with almost zero investment or nominal investment. You like I started Amway business without any investment. Just I changed my soap, I changed my few habits, buying habits, and then it gives me an opportunity to build my huge network of customers. So there is no investment, so there is no risk. Then multi-level marketing provides unlimited potential of income. There is no fixed income as such. You can make this much money. Income is totally directly proportional to your efforts. So there is no there is no upper limit. So you can make this much money or that much money. It totally depends upon your efforts. How much effort you are doing with your mentor, with the system. You directly your income will be professionally growing. Then there is no area foundation. As such, I am located in Maidiri and presently in my office only. I am listening to this seminar. So, but through this multi-level marketing, direct selling industry, I have huge network of consumers throughout India. I have my business in more than 25, 26 states. So there is no area limitation. By sitting at one place, you can even cover up entire globe. Even you can cover entire globe by shed. And this COVID situation has proved a lot, because I have served many customers who were really in need. And this COVID situation, multi-level marketing means my company Amway has provided best nutritional supplements, and it has helped the people a lot to regain their health, to build up their immunity. So there is no area limitation. Wherever you are available, you can expand your network throughout your globe. Then one of the best thing of multi-level marketing is personality development, because basically I served in Indian Air Force for 22 years, and presently I am working in one of the biggest government of India public sector banks. But this opportunity gave me the confidence. Personality wise, I can tackle any situation. My attitude is positive. I can tackle any challenge I can face without any hurdle. So it gives me mentally toughness. Physically, I am healthier. And the best thing is it provides a mentorship program, like Raji Gopal had said, because I am connected to such a team which provides me mentorship program, which provides me step-by-step guidance. Whoever starting in multi-level marketing, he is new to this field, but you may be the engineer, you may be doctor, you may be professional of any organization, but this sector is totally new for you. So whenever you start this, you are connected to one of the best mentorship program. So with this, you can cover up all the things, and personality wise you can grow. So these are basically few points. I have chosen this multi-level marketing and direct selling company Amway. And with this, I'm really growing multi-folds. Along with my job, along with my family, I'm growing my business multi-folds. So that's all. Thank you very much, Riddhi sir, and thank you, organizers.
Thank you, Yadavji. Thank you very much, Yadavji. And before I conclude, I just want to show you one graph here. In fact, I'll draw a graph here. I would like to say that there was a very good economist. I'm sure you must have heard about Robert T. Kiyosaki. And I'll show you what exactly what he says. He says that the world is divided into 4 quadrants. Can anybody see you? No. Is it visible? Guys, is it visible here? Guys, is it visible? No.
Yeah, perfect, visible.
Okay, fine. So there are four quadrants. There's on the left side you have employee and self-employed.
Now it's not visible. When you are writing, it's not visible. But the board is visible.
Give me the thing.
It appears.
Self-employed. Is it fine now?
Same.
We have this 4 quadrant line. I just take 5 more minutes of yours. We'll talk about the employee and self-employed, and then on the right side we'll talk about business owner and investors. So Robert T. Kiyosaki, he says that on the left side, employee and self-employed are 95% people in the world are employee and self-employed, right? And on the right side, we have business owners and investors. This category of people are only 5% in the world. Only 5%. On the right side, we have 95% of people who are employed and self-employed. On the right side, we have only 5% of people in the world who are business owners and investors. But this 95% of people who are on the left side, they are earning only 5% of the wealth. And these 5% of the people on the right side, they are earning 95% of wealth. So what I mean to say is that if you are an employee or you are a self-employed, if you go to work, you will get money. If you do not go for work, you will earn only active income. You understand the difference between active income and passive income? Active income is something that you're earning when you're going for work. When you go to work, only then you earn. If you don't go for work, the employer will not give you money. But passive income is something that you work once and you earn lifetime. So even if you are not able to work for some reason or the other, you want to go for a vacation or you want to enjoy your time with your family, you still will keep getting money, keep getting recurring income. That is the power of network marketing. That is the power of multi-level marketing business. So that's the power of network marketing. Because you have a huge network, because of the huge network of yours, you're compounding your time. You have compounded your time. So in a day you have 24 hours, but because of your huge network, you have n number of hours, unlimited hours, because there are other people working for you. So that's the power of network marketing. I just wanted to explain that. So I really thank you so much, guys, for your time and patience, for listening to me, and I really appreciate all of you coming here and sparing your precious time for me. And with that, I conclude my session today. So, Divya ma'am, are you there? Divya ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir. Just a minute, sir.
Sure.
But sir, there are a few questions which our audience wants to be answered. So with your permission, shall we start?
Sure, please.
Okay, sir. Sir, my first question will be, how do you think the multi-level marketing industry in India will evolve in the next 5 years?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Could you repeat?
How do you think the multi-level marketing industry in India will evolve in the next 5 years?
So we are talking about the next 5 years in the future. Like I mentioned before, that the future of this multi-level marketing industry is really having a good future because of the large market base that we have here. Like we have a great customer base in India. If we talk about 5 years from now, I think our population is right now 1.3 billion. Probably it might go to 1.4 billion or 1.5 billion. We don't know. But the more network we have, the better our industry would perform because of the great network base, the great customer base. And more people will be health conscious from now on. So that is how it will work. The future is really bright for multi-level marketing companies.
Okay, sir. So my second question will be, what role can multi-level marketing businesses play in promoting entrepreneurship and empowering individuals in India?
Okay, that's a really good question, and I would like to answer it in this way, that it is promoting entrepreneurship in the sense that it's. I'm sure you must have heard about BYOB. There's a term called BYOB, which means be your own boss. So you can be your own boss by being an entrepreneur in this particular business. So you can work not only for yourself but for your entire network, and most importantly, it will also provide platforms for earning, and it will also provide a great platform for people who are not only doing their jobs but also for people who are not in job. So that in that way it will not only provide entrepreneurship, but it will also provide an employment to people. So that's how that's how I answered this question. So please go ahead.
So my last question will be, what are the key skills and attributes that multi-level marketing entrepreneurs need to succeed in India's competitive market?
Great, nice question. I would like to answer it in this way, that we need to understand first the consumer demands. What is the demand of the industry right now? What is the demand of the consumer? Basically, everyone is looking for good health and good prospects and good income, right? Why would anybody not want to have an extra income? I feel that everybody wants something extra apart from their job. Apart from doing what they are doing right now, they're doing best whatever they're doing. But if they get something extra, they would definitely do it. And if they get an opportunity like this, they would definitely go for it. Plus, their health benefits are there. So that is one thing that is very important. So if there's anything else you want to ask me, you can ask.
No, sir. It was very effective for our audience. Thank you, sir, for answering these questions.
Thank you very much, Divya ma'am.
Yeah. Now I would like to request everyone to kindly open your camera for your snapshot. I request everyone to please open your camera. Again, thank you for attending today's webinar. And if you have any additional question, you may contact us by email or telephone. We are happy to provide you additional support to you. Feedback link is being shared for a while, and please fill this form within 6 hours. Thank you so much for cooperating. So stay connected to us for new learnings. I, Divya Jain, being host for the day, signing off. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you,
so
everyone.
much, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.